What's up, everybody? It's your boy TB73 Sports Junkie, and come get your fix. Oh yeah, we got them spread picks, we got all that good stuff. We got the Maxouts, we got the boots of the week. We got it all. It's going down. Sorry I'm a little late, man. Working this new night shift schedule, so my bearing's a little off. But my picks is on, as you know. My picks is on. So first off, we're gonna hit you with a Maxout. Gotta go to none other than Josh Jacobs, the man that don't even got a guaranteed contract for next year. Won the Raiders the game, went absolute ape shit, went crazy. Over 200 yards rushing, 74 receiving yards, and of course, the 86-yard run in overtime to seal the deal for the Raiders. Now, Ball wasn't even supposed to be playing that day. That's what makes it so crazy. He was on the injury report like Sunday talking about he might not play because he strained his calf in the walkthrough. So for him to do that when he wasn't supposed to be, when he's supposed to be on the shelf chilling with his feet up, is bonkers. But he's not the only one who sealed the deal with a late game big play. So we got to give a special max out to Trevor Lawrence as picked to upset the Ravens last week. Big 2-point conversion, got him. We got another max out to your boy in San Diego, Herbert, who did the same thing on the last play, came through with the come through. Now, another max out career, was it? Nick Chubb did the same damn thing. It was so many games that was decided on the very last play. It was crazy. This was literally the best week of NFL football when I thought it wasn't even going to be all that because the matchups were just like, eh. So, with the matchups really good this week, I'm going to see if they can duplicate the magic for real. But it's one more max out that we didn't get to. What's my man name? Kendall Fuller. Boy was supposed to be the bum of that Washington defense. Everybody, the Washington fans that I'm cool with, was like, oh, man, he's trash. He's the worst corner. Last two games, though, late game stealing interceptions. I'm telling you, everything's clicking for them. The football guys is in favor of Washington. Got their head on the deck. Got to show them some love finally. They going hard. But with all the max outs, we got to give one dirty-ass boot of the week. Oh, my gosh. You know we get the boot of the week, y'all? One of my favorite coaches, Mike Vrabel. And then I'm watching this Cincinnati game against the Titans. And I'm like, yo, Tannehill doing this thing. If y'all don't know, if you didn't watch the show last week, Tannehill went to therapy because how bad he played in that AFC Championship loss against Cincinnati last year. Went to therapy, had to get his mind right because he couldn't fathom the fact that he threw all them interceptions, which led them to drafting Malik Willis. Yes, so I picked them last week. Yes, they didn't win, but this is why they didn't win. It was 4th and 5 on I think the 15-yard line with 5 minutes left to go. Ball was lights out in the second half. They couldn't get him off the field. So with that being said, they took the ball out of Ryan Tannehill's hand and elected to kick for a field goal instead of going for the 5 yards and getting the game time touchdown. Long story short, they ended up losing by 4 points, did not ever get the ball back. So definitely, boot of the week, that's why he got the man in the game. Throw the goddamn ball to win the game. You cannot do that to your franchise quarterback. We saw that happen to Russell Westbrook early in the season, and you see they never recovered from it. Real rap, they never recovered. It is what it is, man. You gotta, I know he a defensive dude, but the defense was getting toasted. And Tannehill actually threw for more yards than Joe Burrow, and you gonna take the ball out of his hand? Come on, bro. You tripping. Straight tripping. But with that being said, let's get to those spread picks, baby. Hey, let's go. First game. It's a game that I will not be betting on. Green Bay, Chicago. Aaron Rodgers will play. Justin Fields will play. Justin Fields and them should cover, even though every time I think of Green Bay and Chicago, I still own you. That's the first thing that comes to everybody's mind. When Aaron Rodgers' old ass was running into the end zone laughing at these dudes. Y'all like, yo, man, y'all is trash. Now, their defense is garbage for the Bears. So, I'm saying Chicago to cover just because Justin Fields just finally, it clicked. It finally clicked. Now, if you are going to take this game, be careful because Mooney is out. Yeah, Mooney is out. But he got Claypool there, and he just creates magic when he does what he does. Now, I honestly think the best bet for this game, if you want to fool with this game, is the player prop bet with Christian Watson to score 2 touchdowns. He's been doing nothing but scoring 2 touchdowns, and he's going against the second worst secondary, in my opinion, in the league. So you could definitely get great value on that on DraftKings, FanDuel, or your local man at the corner that might do best. I don't know your situation, man. I don't know where you at. I don't know if you're in jail. I don't know what's going on. So I'm just trying to let you know what it is. Next game. We got Seattle. We got the Rams. In a high voltage shocker, I really think the Rams will cover. I do not trust Geno Smith anymore. I knew at some point in this season, Geno was going to get on his Geno stuff. He's getting absolutely nothing from the running game. You got that man named Jalen Ramsey back there. Lockett been in and out consistency. Metcalf been their only shining star. I think Ramsey might pick off 1 or 2 if they still get nothing out the running game. Now, Aaron Donald is not playing. This is another game that I'm really not betting on. So that's why I'm getting these 2 out the way early. But if you in for the high voltage shocker, I can see that in the last game and this game with the Rams, probably not to win because they trying to keep Seattle trying to keep pace with San Fran, who just climbed over them and got their division lead. But I can definitely see Rams covering that 7 in the hook. I can see that. I ain't fooling with it, but I can see that. Next up, we got a high voltage matchup. We got the Vikings. We got the Jets. And the Jets got a new quarterback who I told y'all is lights out. Told y'all about Mike White last week. Definitely ran down the college stats for him last week. And the fact he could throw that peel around. And if you saw the end of the game last week, yo, they wouldn't even let this man complete the post-game interview. The teammates was hugging him. Oh, man, giving him love like he could not complete the interview. That's because that team finally feels like they can do something with this man behind center. It wasn't no shot against Zach Wilson. It was the fact that, yo, we put up big points and our defense does what we do. So, yo, we might do the thing. We might do the thing, y'all. Like you just see all culminate like they won a Super Bowl. Go check that out if you ain't check it out. Like it's really crazy. They beat a crappy team and the love that they were showing this man. Like, it was more than that game. It was them foreseeing what could be happening in the future. I'm saying, watch out for them. So with that being said, I still think they're going to lose to the Minnesota Vikings just because they're going against a real NFL defense this time. I think Vikings got everything clicking on all cylinders. Vikings playing at home. They pass rush is way better than the pass rush that Mike White faced last week. It's tough for me to say this because y'all know I've been rocking with the Jets and the Jets been winning at some crazy money. So I'm actually going to say I got Jets to cover, but I'm thinking Vikings going to win this game. Next up, we got Denver. We got Baltimore. We got a high voltage shocker. Call me crazy. I do not care. But Jerry Jeudy is supposed to be in this lineup. Jerry Jeudy, last time he was in this lineup, this is the last time Denver scored 21 points. As good as Denver's defense is, they cannot score nowhere near 21 points. They've been scoring, I think they averaged 12, 11, something like that. They averaged 14 before last week. Then they had 10. So they're around 12 and 13. They looking bad on the offensive side. Insert that man against Lamar Jackson, who's not going to be able to throw the ball that well because Denver's secondary always balls out. The Ravens are playing at home, I believe. So that gives them a little added advantage. And they got the man, the myth, the legend, Lamar Jackson. You already know what he brings to the table. But that 8 in the hook, that 8.5 points is asking a lot for Russell Wilson, who's been playing trash, by the way, but he's getting his favorite target back. Keep in mind before you make that bet, that one could go either way, for real. Next up, we got the Steelers. We got the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons at home. Falcons ain't covered a damn spread since week 6. Falcons look bad. Steelers offense is putting some things together. Tomlin finally realizing how to get to these boys. I think the craziest part about the Steelers win last week, they first and second string running back went out after balling lights out. In comes their third and fourth string running back and still put up 92 yards rushing in the second half. Yo! They are like, yo, we running. That's all it is. Stop us if you want to stop us. If not, we still running. So with that being said, it's two running teams. Like both teams just love to run. But I think it's going to be a receiver that makes the difference in this game. Believe it or not. George Pickens went to the University of Georgia, baby. He's going to be smelling that home cooking when he goes home, man. You know what that home cooking do. Get you feeling all warm inside, man. You don't think George Pickens going to try to go crazy? You know what I mean? Playing in front of his homies, his compadres. He got a couple tickets already set aside for the game. Boy might go lights out. And I heard Kadero Patterson probably won't play. So I'm going Steelers with this. This is a pick 'em as well if you want to know what the spread was in that game. Next up, we got the Eagles. We got the Titans. Eagles at home. Titans are, what is that, 4.5-point underdog. And as I dig into this game, I think I got to go no further than the fact that if you listen to me in the Maxout in the Boots segment, you know I realized that Mike Vrabel don't have no damn respect or trust in his Ryan Tannehill, in his quarterback. So when Philly got everything clicking on both sides, I'm going to go with Philly to actually cover. Now, Philly ain't, this is bold as hell, because Philly ain't covered nothing but they damn bid in the last 4 weeks. They have not been covering spreads. And they're going against the only team that can run the lights out of them when their only deficiency was they couldn't stop the run. But I think their team cohesiveness and the fact that they both look awkward in the press conference when asking why didn't he put the ball in Tannehill's hand, and Tannehill looking like, ball's crazy. You see I was cooking. Ball's crazy for not giving me the pill. I don't know. I just think they cohesive and not together to go against the Eagles right now. Like, and it's crazy because I wanted to pick them before that happened, before watching that Cincinnati game. Wanted to pick the Titans this week, but I don't know. Like, you got A.J. Brown going against his old squad who is literally pissed that they didn't play this man. He didn't get no bread after doing everything he needed to do, and now he's with the Philadelphia Eagles. Yo, find out a good player prop bet and put it all on A.J. Brown. Tennessee defense is nice, but Brown and Hurts is like best friends. You don't think he's going to holler at this dude? He probably already did. Yo, bro, if I'm covered, I don't care. Throw that thing up at least 6 times. I'm trying to maul somebody. I'm trying to get on Sports Center, like going crazy against my old squad. So I think that's what we're going to see. I think he's going to go crazy and have a couple crazy catches to have us hitting the rewind button like, oh my God, you see that? Ball snapping. He might step on the helmet. He might go crazy. I'm definitely going Eagles. There's a lot of emotion in that game. A.J. Brown is an emotional player, and either he is going to have 1 catch for 7 yards or he is going to have 9 catches for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dun, dun, dun. Next up, we got a return to the field. We got Jacksonville. We got the Detroit Lions. And I was all ready to lock it up and say, yo, Jacksonville went crazy. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Maxout. I don't think I mentioned Trevor Lawrence in that Maxout earlier for his little game winning heroics at the end of the game. Oh, matter of fact, I did. But anyway, I was ready to pick them. But I got to go the other way. I got to go to Detroit, man. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I got to go to Detroit. Detroit getting Jameson Williams back. Boy was an absolute cannon last year in college. And now Amron got somebody to split the reps with, split the receiving yards with. He's a monster. I do not trust the quarterback for Detroit Lions. I'm going to let it be known. If you watch that Thanksgiving game, yes, they covered like I said they was going to cover. But the point is, it was like 2 or 3 plays where he was just throwing that thing up there where pressure come. And it should have got picked off, but he was really lucky. He must have cracked the wishbone because Bull should have at least had 3 interceptions. One play they was coming. He did a whole spin totally around and just threw the ball up. I was like, yo, is he drunk? What happened? I don't trust him, but I really do think with the addition of Jameson Williams and the addition of Sidney Pennell, one of the top 10 tackles, he's been on IR for a while for Detroit. He's playing too. So that's only going to help the running game. Not sure what Swift's status is. He's been in and out the lineup since that shoulder injury the last 4 weeks. But I think Jamal Williams goes crazy, and I think they beat him. I definitely think they beat him in cover. Next up, we got the Chargers. We got the Raiders. In a game where, again, the Raiders can stop the dunk of the Chargers getting closer to that playoff run that Herbert has never got. This man is so great, but never got to the playoffs yet, y'all. Last year, Raiders stopped him. Opening game, Chargers got their revenge. Now, Chargers got to go against the hottest running back, leading rusher Josh Jacobs to get a spot. They're one game behind the Jets and the Bengals, who both play first place teams, y'all. So if they just beat the Raiders, they got a chance. They got a chance to be sitting there like in the 7th or 8th spot if the playoffs started after tomorrow. So as good as the Raiders is playing right now, oh my God, it kills me to pick against them. But I got to go to Chargers. They need it more. I think they're gonna walk into Vegas and just rewrite the history on this series, man. I think they're gonna go crazy. But I do think it's gonna be a very close game, though. Luckily, the spread is only -1.5. Dun. Next up, we got Washington Commanders. We got the New York Giants. If you are not that busy, look at the remaining schedule for the New York Giants. R.I.P. New York Giants. Like, if the playoffs started today, these two teams would be the last two spots of the wild card. But I'm predicting now that the Giants cannot make the playoffs. Like, the ball just not falling their way. The football guys just not in their favor like it was. Like, what's happening to Washington now was literally happening to the Giants the first 6-7 games of the season. Now they done lost, 3 out of 4, 2 out of 3, something like that. And they be close, but they're not pulling the games off. And every ball is bouncing away. Every call is bouncing away. The Commanders, like, you cannot go against them right now. They done covered in the since week 6. They look good, even though last week was a nail biter because they had to literally get a goal line stance to cover that. Yeah. So this is a divisional game. I ain't mad whatever way you go on this one because this is going to be a close game. Like, both of them like to run. Both of them stop to run. Giants don't have the best secondary, so that's why I'm really tilting the nod to the Commanders because Washington got the better receiver and the better secondary. Like I'm thinking just the toughness of Giants makes this a close game, but Washington should blow these dudes out. And if Washington wins, Giants got to go against Washington again. They got to go against Philly twice. I think the Colts and somebody else that got a crazy record just to maintain that last wild card spot. It's going to be hard, man, but I'm saying RIP to Giants. I don't think they're going to do it. Straight up. Next up, we got the most electrifying player of 2019 who is making his triumphant debut, baby. We got Deshaun Watson. He is back. Oh, my gosh. Get your Hennessy. Get whatever you drink. Get your Black and Mild. Get your blunt. Get your Newport Short. Get your Newport Cadillac. Do whatever you need to do. But this man once threw for more passing yards than Mahomes, than Brady, than Breeze. Everybody in the whole league in 2019. Before he told the Texans, I'm not playing another game for y'all no more. Oh, he told them. They done traded away his star wide receiver without telling them. They treated the man bad, so he told them to charge up a whole bunch of massage, rubber tug, special edition, massage specials, and he got all these charges or whatever. Whether he did it, we don't know. But a lot of these women will be there when the Browns face the Texans. They said, at least 9 of them said they confirmed, I'm coming to the game. I want them to look at us to let them know, yeah, you paid us. Yeah, we took the money. But we're still here. We're still somebody. Woo! That's what the Bitty Bop said. Yes, they did. So, this is a 7.5 point spread. This is a lot for the Browns. Just because all the Browns do is like to run the ball. Texans suck at the run. So this should be like 10-point spread because that's their strength and that's their weakness. And they're getting back one of the most electrifying players in the sports. That's what makes me think that this is kind of like trappish. Like, they're getting him back. They're the best running team. And they're the worst running team. And it's only a 7 and a hook. Yeah, I would have to go Texans with the spread. Like, you watching Boldest Coldest Predictions because I hit you from a thought pattern. It'd be 3 or 4 games every week where a team loses or at least covers that you like, yeah, they should have beat them by 50. What? You know what I mean? Like, I think this is going to be one of them games. Like, I do not mind that Brown 7.5. I'm probably going to take that on 1. But logic is telling me that the Texans are going to cover that because there's too much money, too much emotion in this. Deshaun Watson, he looked trash in the preseason when we saw him. He going to have women, they probably going to set it up to where the women sitting right there when he run out in the tunnel. Did you see the preseason game where the Jaguars was like, when they played the Jags, you sick F. You sick, like they was calling him a sick F the whole game. The man was discombobulated, couldn't do his thing. So, yeah, you have to show me something before I start putting some bread on you, Deshaun. Like, I might like you in that 2.5 point teaser where you getting points, but I don't know what you got right now. Can't do it. Get a prenup. Don't trust him. Next up, we got a high voltage matchup. San Francisco, Miami Dolphins. This literally could be a Super Bowl preview, y'all. Now, Mike McDaniels, Miami coach, used to rock over there. Used to be the offensive coordinator, the running backs coach. He was under Shanahan. Him and Shanahan had a nice ride for a while. Won a couple playoff games, did they thing. Two other players, the running backs, Mostert and Jeff Wilson, they former San Francisco 49ers as well. They done scored touchdowns on that home field, y'all. They done did their thing. Now, Debo is not sure if he's going to be in the lineup. 84% of the money is in Miami. Everybody is going for Miami in this. Tua has not lost a game since returning. Rephrase that. Tua has not lost a game in that lineup all season that he's played. The boy is lights out. But who's also out? His starting tackles. And this is the main reason that I won so much money 2 Super Bowls ago. Everybody was so enamored with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, when they were playing with the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were going against the Bucs. I got on here, sat in the same damn spot, and told y'all, Chiefs don't have no linemen. They lost 3 out of 4 linemen. You think they ready for that pass rush? Mahomes got to limit them 7-step and 5-step drops to everything a 3-step drop, not giving the receivers time to get open. Everything's a slant. Everything's a quick. The defense knows that, y'all. That's why the Bucs won that Super Bowl. This is why I'm picking San Fran to cover this 3.5 point spread. I got to go with logic. I know football. I do this. Now, I don't know how good the backups for Miami are. If they got some dogs back there, Miami get on here, might win about 20 points, might do the damn thing. I don't know. We don't know. That's just yet to be determined. They don't really give out a lot of info on backup linemen. So, sorry I can't do my science like I used to, but I'm going to just go with what worked before, and I'm going with San Fran. Next up, another high voltage shocker. Give me the Bengals over Kansas City. Now, you got to think I'm on some serious drugs to actually put some money against Kansas City and Mahomes. But Joe Shiesty has got his nickname for a reason. Boy, I don't care what you done did in this league. He runs through you. In 2 weeks, if he completes this upset at home, while getting Jamar Chase back, possibly get Mixon back too, he has the chance to basically take a walk back and rock the teams that he rocked in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. Knocked off Tennessee last week. Now he got a chance to do the same thing against Pat. But this time it's in his crib. I got to go with the team that's getting points. Whoever was getting points, I'm probably going to go with. They keep it 1,000 with you. But they get DJ Reader back. That means they're going to stop the little bit of running that Kansas City likes to do with, what's his name, Pachenko or Pachero. I don't know, but I'm hungry after saying his name. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm going with Kansas City. Straight like that. Next up, we got Dallas and the Colts. Dallas should run away with this thing. They at home. They should go crazy. I'm not spending more than 5 seconds on this game. We got them picks. We done. We done ran through this thing. We done. All right, y'all. I call this Moneyline Massacre. Now, it's a lot of underdogs that got great value if you pick them to win the game. We bet. We take chances, right? So this bet right here, this $10 bet right here that I'm about to tell you, could literally get you $754 if these underdogs actually win the game. And $253 if they actually just cover. Tennessee, Cincinnati, the Jets, the Giants, and Miami. And if you take them on money line and they shock the world and win, that gets you $754. If you take them with the spread, $10, gets you $253. It's worth a try. I'm definitely going to try. All them teams is good. I mean, it's a miracle, I know. But we try to get you that money, baby. Now, we got that 10-team teaser who was one game off last week. Oh, Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs and cost us. Oh, that thing hurt my heart. Yes, it did. But we back at it. I'm going to go with the Jets +9. I'm going to go with the Broncos, who are getting Jerry Jeudy back, +15.5. I'm going to go with Atlanta +5.5. I'm going to go with the Eagles and the Titans over 39.5. I'm going to go with Washington and the Giants over 35.5. I'm going to go with KC +3.5. I'm not turning down Kansas City with points. Really. I'm going to go with Miami and 49ers under 51. I'm going to go with Chargers and Raiders under 55.5. I'm going to go with KC and Cincinnati over 48.5. And I'm going to go with Tampa Bay and New Orleans under 55.5. Now, I got a super teaser for y'all. I think it's going to be a lot of close games. And I think you're going to be able to pick two games in one game and rock out. So I'm going to read all these games that I think is going to be decided about 10 points or less. And with the luck of the football gods, I'm going to see if we can cash out on this 16-team super teaser, y'all. Bear with me. Here we go. Vikings, +6.5. Atlanta, +9.5. Same game. Steelers, +10.5. Eagles, +5.5. Same game. Titans, +14.5. Lions, +9.5. Washington, +6.5. Same game. Giants, +13.5. Browns, +2.5. 49ers, +6.5. Same game. Dolphins, +13.5. Chargers, +9.5. Same game. Raiders, +10.5. Chiefs, +6.5. Same game. Cincy, +13.5. And ended off with Dallas -1.5. Now, this is a 16-team super teaser, y'all. It is very rare. It is very rare. But if you put $20 on that thing, it can go crazy for you. I'm telling you. $25 is over $1,000. So I'm going to let y'all do the math and see. But with that being said, let's max out, cash out, get to these games. It's going down. Sorry to get to y'all for so late. Hope y'all didn't put all y'all bets in. But I know y'all saved $20 for your boy. I know y'all saved one bet for me. No matter when I get to y'all. Because y'all my people. Y'all my constituents. I rock with y'all. Come get your fix.